Hi guys, checking in for my final video log 3. And this is it. This is the last one. And if you can notice, I'm actually doing this on my computer for once. So I had my interview with Louise while we were having dinner at Case, and I mainly wanted to talk to him about his learning experience, mainly like what it was that was different for him than it was for me. He talked a lot about striving to succeed and always working hard to achieve his goals, which is something that I admire. I mean, who doesn't want to achieve their goals? And he touched on a lot of things that concern with him learning English, and I can kind of see why, seeing as how English is actually a pretty hard language to learn, and he had to learn how to pretty much code switch since pretty much everybody in his house um, speaks English. I mean, sorry, speaks Spanish, and yeah, he had to work out that difficulty because his parents speak Spanish to him, and he's not. He has to go back and forth between speaking English and speaking Spanish. But I did tell him that it was good that he had a like bilingual sense to him. Um, yeah, he talked about how it was very difficult, and seeing as how I can see why it would stunt his learning somewhat since he's uh, adjusting to the new language, and I guess you could say some it's kind of something that everyone goes through when they're learning a new language. Um, a lot of people have that aspect about them where they just don't get it, or they just have a really rough time being speaking one language one minute and speaking another language the next. And I think that's pretty cool that he was able to, despite all the discrepancies and difficulties that he had learning English, that he still managed to um, that he still managed to keep his learning going and strive to towards his new goals and just be like the best person that he can be. And I think that's really cool. Um, I know I did touch on like how it was that him learning English came about, and that was just mainly because when his family moved over here to Grand Rapids. But yeah, he had to but like in his house, he pretty much speaks Spanish. But out there, everywhere else, it's English, English, English. And I really admire that despite whatever language barriers that he might have upheld, he managed to break that down. I mean, I could tell you could tell he has a bit of an accent, but if you were just sitting down and having a normal conversation with him, you would have known you would have thought he knew language English like the back of his hand, really. And I was like, wow, I didn't think he had that much of a difficulty because of how much he talked to me and how easy it was for him to talk to me in English. And I, I thought it was actually a little bit surprising. But I guess through that, I really learned about um, how important language can be, and I especially learned about how different people we are, despite what cultures that we come from. But I think that's what strengthens us. That's what can set us apart. If everyone um, if everyone just learned one language, if everyone knew one language, you'd think it'd be easier. But I feel as though then we wouldn't be able to connect like that. Like we'd all be a little bit, you know, just the same. And I feel like if you learn a new language, you learn something about yourself and about others as well. And I really think that's something special. But I've actually shown interest in wanting to learn a new language, such as Spanish and Japanese. But that's for later after I get into the College of Engineering. But other than that, I have enjoyed the global learning project that I have been a part of. Um, I'm glad I got to meet Louise and learn about his life as well as how his learning was, and just you know getting to meet him, talk with him, and just make connections. And like now we're friends. So that was pretty much all that I wanted to talk about. Um, I do hope to just continue to be his friend, and I just hope that the connections um, that we made during this project affect us for the better. So have a nice day. See you soon.